My name's Pico. I was not invited here tonight. I won an online poll with Rocco, and I'm not bitter about this. I've been often uninvited or not invited to events, but I'm very, very happy to be here tonight, and I want to thank everybody who did vote for me on the Better Ballots online poll. I appreciate it very, very much. This just shows that there is change in 2010 in the city of Toronto and change for the future. So I think when you look at sort of Better Ballots has done, the 8 of us up here, it's a small step towards diversity. We always talk about diversity in Toronto and in Canada, and I know that this 8 of us is a very, very small snapshot, but things are changing. And that's an amazing thing. I want to thank Better Ballots for that, and everybody who voted and everybody who's here. And also, about 3 weeks ago, a month ago, I was at this dinner party, and this woman told me that City Hall doesn't want lunatics and poor people in City Hall. So, you know what? That experiment failed. Thank you very much. We just got to move on with this. We just got to get over it. It's ridiculous that I think that we're even talking about this. We just have to move on. 2010 is a great time to change, and what Toronto needs right now is some radical ideas. It's just to change things up, and this is the time to do it. So permanent residence and lowering the voting age, these are things that we should just move on with, and we can talk about other issues when they come up, but by 2014, things are going to change. Thank goodness. Somebody like myself, I'm not NDP, I'm not Liberal, I'm not Conservative, I'm not Green. I wouldn't get support from any of those parties, and so I probably wouldn't be here. So I'm totally against the party process in municipal politics, just because it would inhibit somebody like me moving forward in politics. And also, just for term limits, I'm completely for term limits. We need to have a bigger rollover in council, and it doesn't have to be 3 years, it doesn't have to be 6 years. But we do have to decide when some of these people have to leave. And we need new voices in there. We need queers, we need women, we need people of color. We need a lot more diversity in city council. So let's, again, move on. Let these people go and let these new voices do it. Thank you. And beyond is about change. And we now have the chance to change. So many councillors aren't coming back. The mayor's not coming back. I mean, I thought David Cohen was great, but he's not coming back. There's a lot of councillors aren't coming back, so I think we do have a chance to change. I don't think a lot of people who don't want this to change are the people who are afraid that now they've been found out. So the people at Better Ballots have sort of figured out that these people have been in their jobs for a little bit too long, and now they're afraid. So you know what? It's like, let's just move on, and we just gotta move to the future and take a chance to. We can change now in 2010. So let's just take this opportunity and change. This one I find the most confusing, and I really don't understand this option. I've been to 2 of the Better Ballots meetings, and I'm trying to work through it. I've listened to all the ups and downs and the pros and cons of it. I've listened to 5 other candidates talk about this. It still doesn't make any sense to me, and hopefully the next 2, Giorgio and Rocco, will be able to explain it a little bit better than Bob. But to me, this just means that this is where the voter who doesn't think that politics or municipal politics is glamorous or interesting or appealing, where this is actually, I think this is the option where it actually shows the voter that this is where you actually have a really good show of what power you have as a voter. And I think for the candidates, whether they be councillors or for mayors, I think this option, ballot structures and districts, shows the candidates, say for this example, the mayors, just how popular you are or you aren't, or maybe for councillors too. So if you win at 20%, but that means that 80% think you suck. So you shouldn't be all kind of bragging that you won on 20%. So I really don't understand this. So I'm going to pass it on to Rocco and Giorgio. Maybe you guys can explain it a little bit better.
I think you explained it extremely well. Anytime it's only 20%, probably suck.
So it's going back to the trees. Thank you, George, for that segue. So Joe Pantalone, when you were the tree mayor, you owe me some trees. You were supposed to plant some trees. They never ever arrived. 5 years ago. I want those trees at Sherburne Wells. There, now we're welcome. The only thing, so all 7 people never actually really explained lot of things, and I've been now being accused of being a vote splitter. So I am going to figure this one out. I've got a couple more months to figure out how exactly I am a vote splitter. But I like being accused of it. I just want to know what that actually means. And Rocco, Rossi here, you brought up the worst example. Kyle Ray has been in that office forever, and he is the one. He should be going graciously. That man is stepping down. Thank goodness. But he is stepping down. He has been in this community for far too long, and he sold out our community a long, long time ago. He was great when he started, but he just got so old and so big and so fat. He's got to go. He's stepping down.
Let's be nice, Andy.
Wow.
I mean,
Nobody.
I just want to, again, elaborate on the mix. I believe that as it's settled in.
And show them how we can move the city forward. Things like transit, which go through all neighborhoods. It's really important that we have representation in the neighborhoods, but also other people out there saying, well, look at the city as a whole and how we can move that forward. So that's the hybrid at large council. I hope that explained that.
thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
This is the one I have the most trouble with. I don't have a lot of boundaries, but I actually do have a boundary here. Is that in number 2, where the candidates have to disclose where their contributions have come from. I kind of understand it in some ways, and in other ways, I don't know. Just some of the people that have helped me with my candidacy, they are closeted gay men, and they don't want to be outed. So coming out on their own terms is more important than a financial contribution. So I'm a little bit unclear about that, and I think that's kind of a little bit of a boundary issue. But also, I just think the limit what candidates can contribute. Yes, I do think that we should limit what candidates can contribute to their own campaign. Thank you, Justin. Cocktail party in the back room. Now it's like a family reunion. This is fantastic. I've never actually been involved in one of these things, but I think this is great. So the only thing I can say about finance is my campaign personally is run on $0. Ideas don't have to cost a lot of money. Creativity is free. Ideas are free. So you don't have to actually have a lot of money or spend a lot of money for this. So this is for people who are thinking about running for council down the road, or mayor, maybe in the next couple of years. You know what? You don't have to have a ton of money. Just have great ideas and be really creative.
Is there anyone who would like 5 minutes? I just wanted to ask Mr. Rocco.
I've been trying to understand ballots for about 2 or 3 months. I've gone to several of the events. And, voter reform is confusing, but it is very, very necessary. I've been trying to connect this to that. But I feel in the last couple of months, at least, I feel now that I'm a better educated voter than I've ever been before. Oh, no! Oh, thank you. But I am a better educated voter than I ever was before, and I think many people are. So thank you to Better Ballots for all that. You're an intelligent, articulate, well-organized, and a very attractive bunch. And we have to remember that this city is not just about, the transit thing is a big thing. Transit is important, but, art is important. And if I could build a bike lane right here, I would, right now. Yes, it is so important that the TTC works, and that is so important, but also we need bike lanes, and we need to support our bicyclists, and we can't make everything a car hate thing for a bike hate thing. There's room for everybody in this city. So please, let's not forget the other issues that we could bring this election about. 2010 is an exciting election year. I encourage everybody to vote. I know you're all sort of preaching to the crowd here, but please tell everyone to vote on Monday, October 25th. Get the word out there. Let's have a huge voting turnout. When I first started this back in February, one of the things I thought I was going to claim for myself is that things are about 36%, 33%. I thought, when October 25th happens, if the voting thing is that the polls are 46%, 56%, 76%, that is because somebody like me went out and ran for mayor. So I claim that. So thank you very much.